All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Brookdale Speedway. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Hey, it's my birthday, baby. It's October 23rd. It's Brookdale. We know this is Darlington. It's race number 9. 2 races to go in this 2020 fall season. This is a tough track, man. Who's going to get the Darlington stripe tonight? Who's going to meet the lady in black? It's 110 laps here tonight, and things are heating up here in the Xfinity Series. The Buschwackers, baby, headed your way. Well, it's Brookdale Speedway tonight. It's the High Octane Racing League Bushwhackers Series, the best stock car racing on a Friday night, right here at HORL and TurnLeftTV. All right, hey, thank you so much for coming in. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and we got a good one here for you tonight. So right now, these guys are in the practice session. This is a tough track. My heavens, man. Well, we'll take a look here. Sorry, a little bit of a delay here tonight. So we've had some issues getting some guys in. We'll take a look at the track here at Darlington. Man, this thing is a nightmare, huh? 1.366 miles, banking in the turns. Turns 1 and 2 at 25 degrees, 3 and 4 at 23 degrees. Down the front stretch at 3 degrees and back stretch at 2 degrees. And you see, man, this egg-shaped track, it gives you everything you can handle and then more. We'll take a look at the standings here in the Bushwackers Series coming into tonight's race. Lucas Sinfer there, 315 points, just ahead of Colin Matiak. So, well, those guys pretty tight battle there for the championship. Arthur Vieta, 277 in third. Sean Jacobs in the fourth position. Paul Brown in fifth. Lawrence Stopworth in the sixth position. Preston Hassel is seventh. Jeff Sickles shown in the eighth position. Jose Carvalho is ninth. And rounding out the top 10 is Ed Palumbo. Hey, I want to say thank you so much for coming out and joining me here on the YouTube channel. Peace to everybody out there, and I want to send my heartfelt condolences to Ed Palumbo, very good friend of mine, and you know, a little bit of a tough time there, a tough time for him, and want him to know from me to him that I'm very much thinking about you and your family right now, and take all the time you need, and if you need to talk to me at some point, you can definitely contact me anytime, man. But a good buddy of mine, Ed Palumbo, I want everybody hopefully to send out their prayers and well wishes to him and his family right now. He's definitely in our thoughts here at High Octane Racing League, and Ed has been a great friend of mine over the years, and I definitely want to send out my well wishes and prayers to him and his family. Getting some guys joining us in the chat session there. Jose Carvalho saying happy birthday. Thank you so much. Also, Sean Jacobs, good buddies of mine right there. Jose, boa noche, my friend, and obrigado. Boa sorte esta noche. Sean Jacobs having a little bit of fun with me here. I know, if I was younger, I might be out partying, but I'm here tonight partying in my own way. Play around here a little bit with the volume. Sorry about that. Got to figure a few things out here as far as the volume goes. Don't want to blast you too much. Coming up tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Texas Motor Speedway in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Race number 6 in that 2020 IndyCar Series season, 134 laps from Texas. What a great track for IndyCars. That'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. So it looks like we got about 4 minutes before the end of the practice session. So extending practice here just a little bit here to get everybody a chance to get some practice laps in here at a very, very challenging track. Coming up tomorrow night at 9 p.m., the High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder will be back in action at Brookdale Speedway. 120 laps there, race number 9 in the 2020 fall season. And what a hard track, very difficult track here. But I think this setup for these cars really going to lend itself to this track here. So excited about this race coming up tomorrow night. I want to get in the driver's seat and do a little competing. So if you want to join in, there's the Discord address. Give us a look. Well, who got that big win last week? That was Arthur Vieta. Great win there at Apple Valley. Congratulations to him. A green-white checker, a little bit of a wreck there on that green-white checker, and he was in the right place at the right time and got a huge win there at Apple Valley last week. So congratulations to him, and see if that helps him out in his championship run. Well, this is Brookdale Speedway, Darlington, South Carolina. 110 laps here tonight. 1.366 mile, egg-shaped oval. Race number 9 of 10. I'm the commentator, the broadcaster, and don't forget Sadie the dog. She joins me once in a while. So again, thank you so much. Looks like we're getting ready to go over the qualification session. All right, looks like these guys are going to the qualification session. Getting things rocking and rolling here in quals, so switching it over. Season 13, Colin Madiak here coming out on track. Get his qualification attempt in. It's like Arthur there joining us in the server caused a little bit of a hiccup there, but take a look at Reese Kennedy as he's making his qualification attempt as well. Take a look at Reese Kennedy here, and the target time, 29.545. So right now, Colin Maniac, the top time. Looks like Preston Hassel shown second on the grid. Todd Robillard now up to the second position. Dan Chu third. Preston Hassel currently fourth on the grid. Now he jumps back up to third. So good battle between those two guys. They have to get a good starting position. Reese Kennedy right now shown in the sixth position in that 80 car. Take a look at Rogerio Santos. I want to apologize for him for not getting his car. I thought I got it in the car set. I know I do, but I didn't put the correct car set up here tonight, I don't think. And unfortunately, he's not going to be in his paint scheme this weekend. But we'll get that taken care of. How about John Stanley joining us here in the 12 car, making his laps? Make sure the side-by-side is working. Looks like it is. That's good news for me, I guess. I would say a little bit of a good news, bad news thing. I don't know. Definitely good news that that's working correctly. John Stanley shown ninth on the grid currently. Got one more lap, and he makes something happen on this lap. 29.545, still a top time here. So can John Stanley chip into that time? John Stanley shown ninth on the grid here tonight. JJ, Jair Oliveira there, he sent me a little bit of a message there on TeamSpeak. I couldn't answer him back here, sort of a little bit busy, but thank you so much, JJ, for the well wishes and happy birthday wishes. So thank you so much for coming out, JJ. Appreciate it. Good friend of mine from south of the equator there in Brazil. Got a lot of Brazilian friends. They love racing, man, and really honored to call those guys my friends. So it looks like that Colin Maniac is the pole winner here tonight. So congratulations to him in that 13 car. So he and Lucas Sinfer battling it out for a championship, really. So those two guys, I think 1-2 in the points and starting right up there by each other as well. So keep that battle in mind here tonight. So congratulations to Colin Maniac on earning the pole position. We'll take a look at the schedule here in the Buschwackers series. And again, just winding it down, man. We really are, as we got just 2 races to go, including tonight. Las Vegas Motor Speedway. What a great way to finish that, man. Whoever wins the championship is going to stay in Vegas and party in Vegas and leave everything in Vegas. So a 98 lapper there to finish out the season. I'm excited about next season, man. Been working on a schedule there, and I got some tracks there I think are going to surprise you. So keep your eyes open for the season schedule coming out next week at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We'll throw that up there so you guys can see what's coming up for the winter season. Got a 10-race season headed your way, moving into January with that series, and should be an exciting one. I got a couple tracks on there that just going to I think really surprise you, so you don't want to miss it. If you'd like to get involved in racing High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series, you're more than welcome to. Here's the Discord address, so follow that to the HORL Discord, and you're more than welcome to come in and race with us. Flavio here saying happy birthday as well. So thank you so much, Flavio. Good to see you here. Peace to you too, buddy. Boa noche. Right now, these guys are in the driver's meeting, getting a few instructions headed their way. Like I said, coming up tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Texas Motor Speedway in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Race number 6 in that series, and this one could be a big one. Texas Motor Speedway, man, a lot of side-by-side racing here, and going to give a lot of guys, I think, a chance to win this race. So that's coming up tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time right here on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to follow ZiaComics.com, your nerd headquarters. All things comic. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Action figures, games, and comics. You name it, man. These guys have it. Definitely give those guys a look. ZiaComics.com. So these guys are still in the driver's meeting here, so that's why they kind of run a little bit of an extended qualification session. So to allow the admin there to go over the driver's meeting and some of the details about the track. So that's what's happening right now. We'll take a look at the YouTube channel here while we're in the driver's meeting, waiting the finish of that. Again, I want to say thank you so much for coming in. Peace to everybody out there. Hope everybody's behaving themselves and being good to one another, being kind to one another, and taking a little time for yourself, too. Keep yourself a little sane, so to speak, and finding those things that make you happy and give you a lot of peace. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I encourage you to do so. Share my videos with your friends, and please hit the thumbs up button. Let me know you were here. Thank you so much for coming in and joining me here on TurnLeftTV. I am honored that anybody would come in and watch these races. So trying to bring you some great racing there. Had some really good compliments today, some birthday compliments. So I was excited about that, and a lot of compliments about the broadcasting so forth too on my birthday. So I was really pleased to see that. All right, looks like we are over to the warm-up session. We'll take a look at the qualification results there. Colin Maniac qualifies in P1 with a 29.545. Todd Robillard qualifies in the second position. Lucas Sinfer is third. Preston Hassel qualifies in fourth. Dan Chu fifth. Sean Jacobs qualifies in the 6th position. Lauren Stopworth is 7th. Reese Canada qualifies in the 8th position. You see John Stanley in 9th. Jair Oliveira qualifies in the 10th position. In 11th is Rogerio Santos. And Jose Carvalho qualifies in the 12th position. Bum Sack is saying, hey, happy birthday. I don't know who Bum Sack is there, but that's awesome. So thanks, Bum Sack. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Looks like 13 drivers there. Art Vieta now getting in here. So 13th driver here at HORL in the Buschwackers series. Well, get your picks in now. Who is going to win this race tonight? We're taking a look at that list there. I'll tell you what, I'm going to, I know he's been off for a little bit, but I'm going to choose I am going to choose Todd Robillard to win this race. Not to put a little pressure on him. So there's my pick to win tonight. No, he's been off a little bit, and definitely want to send out my well wishes to him and his family. Good to see him back. I tell you what, Lucas Sinfer and also Colin Matiak are not too bad of picks here tonight too. Very wise picks, I think. Those guys have got some pretty good strategies. They know how to handle those cars and how to save tires. And this is a track where you got to really, really drive the track, because this thing can get away from you in a hurry. So 6.5 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. All right, looks like we got 3 minutes left in the practice session. And, I don't know. I'm scratching my head here. I'm trying to figure out, would that be Colin's dad there, Tim? Mr. Madiak? Chief Master Sergeant Madiak. Thank you. I know who you're picking for the youngling. Tony Furtado. How about that, man? Tony Furtado. Oh, my God. That's high octane racing royalty right there coming in and joining us in the chat session, too. Good to see Tony in here. We need to see Tony out on the track, but this is second best. This is good in spite of not being on the track, so good to see Tony out. Paulo Chachalowski joining us as well. How about that? The Chachalowski Cha-Cha. Team Cha-Cha. Did a great race for those guys at Daytona NASCAR Road Course. Cha-Cha be converting some tracks for us, man. He's doing a great job and doing all kinds of work in rFactor too. So really impressed with the work he's doing. And good to call him my friend. So good to see Tony said he's going to be back on the track here. You'll love it, man. This thing will give you headaches, but it's also great, man. The racing is great. But Paulo's crew did a great job, man. You want to check out the stream there on TurnLeftTV. AV Leagues 100 from Daytona Road Course, the NASCAR layout. And what a great race that was, man. Oh, we got a little under a minute left. And we're going to make it happen. Well, I got my pick to win in here tonight, and that is the 90 car of, who is that guy? Oh, Todd Robillard. That's who I picked to win this race. So it looks like Mr. Madiak is picking Colin, his son, to win the race. So that's a good pick, a good solid pick here. So here you go, boys and girls. This is going to get real in a hurry. This is a great track, very challenging track. So keep your eyes peeled here for this one. All right, 110 laps here from Brookdale. We know this is Darlington.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Driver, start your engine! Ready. You roll right over that thing.
All right, boys and girls. We'll take a look at the starting order here. All right, starting in P1, Colin Madiak in the 13 car. Todd Robillard starts in P2 in the 90. Lucas Sinfer is in third in the 21. 27 of Preston Hassel starts in the fourth position. In fifth is Dan Chu in the 14 car. Sean Jacobs starts in the 24 car in sixth. Lauren Stopperworth is seventh in the 41. Reese Kennedy will start in the 8th position in that 80 car. In 9th is the 12 of John Stanley. Jair Oliveira in the 17 starts in the 10th position. Rogerio Santos in the 7X starts in the 11th position. Jose Carvalho is 12th in the 99. In the 13th position is the 4 of Artur Vieira. Well, there we go. That's the starting order. Let me get that ugly mug off the screen. That 53 years old or young today. Man, I tell you what, the time is flying. Time is flying. All right, 110 laps here tonight. And a very challenging track, man. Egg-shaped oval here at Darlington. Of course, it is Brookdale in the game. And this is a tough one. So it looks like the pace car is off the track. Here we go. We're about ready to get after it. 13, Colin Madiak leading the field to take the green flag here at Brookdale. So everybody going to be real patient, I think, here on this start. Kind of feel things out as Colin Madiak there, P1, Todd Robillard just behind him in the 90 car. P3 is Preston Hassel in that 27. Lucas Sinfer shown in the 4th position. Down on the inside line there, leading lap 1, Colin Madiak. Todd Robillard in 2nd. Get yourself set up here. Artur Vieira here starting to move up. He's getting by the 12 car. So remember, he started in the last position in 13th, and he's starting to move up here in a hurry. So Artur Vieira here looking pretty strong in that 4 car, starting to move his way up through the grid. Take a look at Rogerio Santos here getting by the 12 of John Stanley. So that's 7X machine making that pass and getting by the 12. Don't forget to, we'll share a link there later down the road on Rogerio's, on the Discord channel for his stream. So he does some in-car streaming right now, running in the 11th or 12th position. Todd Robillard here in this 90 car, looking on the backside of that 12, starting to put a little pressure on the, on the 13 car. So now starting to look on the outside line here, that 90 starting to put some pressure on the 13. 13 going down to the inside here, down the backstretch. So a good battle here. Take a look at Lucas Sinfer and Sean Jacobs here battling for position. Sean Jacobs in the 24 down on the inside line. Lucas Sinfer up on the outside is going to fall back there and give up a spot. So we're taking a look at that 21. Lucas Sinfer now shown in the 5th position, but he's looking on the low side, trying to take that spot back. Sean Jacobs now moving up to 4th in the 24 car. Take a look at Dan Chu running in the 6th position. Good tight battle here. Reese Kennedy just behind him. Looking at the back of Dan Chu's machine at Reese Kennedy. Running in the 7th position. Jair Oliveira here looking on the low side of the 41 car. Lauren Stopworth in the 41, that Mac Tools machine, now falls back to the 9th position as JJ Jair Oliveira moves up to 8th. Looking out of the front of Dan Chu's machine at Lucas Sinfer in that 21 car. So a pretty tight battle here as Lucas Sinfer running just ahead in the 5th position. Sean Jacobs in 4th. Artur Vieira here now trying to make a pass on the 41. So Artur Vieira here now getting by that 41. Lawrence Stopworth falling back to the 10th position as Artur Vieira now moves up to 9th. Lawrence Stopworth here starting to peek down on that low side to see if he can't get that spot back. We're being caution-free here so far. Colin Matiak is our race leader, the pole sitter into 13. So it's a two-man show right now. These guys a little over, almost a 3-second lead on the field, and the 90 car here now going up to the high side as the 13. Colin Matiak gets a run. Oh, the 90 there is making contact with the wall. Boy, he gave it a peek up on the high side, and Colin Matiak dove down to that low side to make sure that he wasn't going to take that position, and the 90 got up in the wall there coming off the turn. Looking out of the back of the 13. At that 90 of Todd Robillard. And Todd really driving that pretty hard into the turn. He loves this track. He has got a fender on the high side of the 13, and he might be using this high side to try to get around. 13 clears him. You see Todd drifting up the track here. Good battle here between the two of these guys. How about this? All board here with Todd Robillard. He's starting to look now maybe on the low side. He is a little bit faster, I think, right now than the 13 car. Jair Oliveira here making a pit stop here early on, 12 laps in. So this 17 car, he moved up a little bit, but now making an early pit stop here. So very interesting by strategy there by Jair Oliveira, making an early pit stop. We'll take a look at that side-by-side view as Jair Oliveira on pit lane, and now we got a battle for the race lead. We got a yellow flag here, and I think maybe the 90 car might have gotten around the 13 as the yellow came out. So Jair Oliveira on pit lane, and the yellow flag comes out. So first yellow here, 14 laps in. And our new race leader is the 90. We'll take a look here, the 14. Dan Chu making contact with the wall there, and comes across the track, and Artur Vieira hard contact there in the 4 car. That is a tough break for Artur Vieira. Oh my heavens. Looking out of the front of Artur Vieira here, you see that 14 getting into the wall, and then he comes back. He's trying to pull off the wall, and he comes right across the track and gets into the 4 car. The 4 car just had nowhere to go. 41, Lawrence Stopworth taking a look at this action as he goes by. So Dan Chu just looked like he had gotten up into the wall there and bounced off the wall a couple times. And you see him trying to recover this machine, and then eventually he's going to really try to pull away from the wall here, and then comes across the track and makes contact there with Artur Vieira. Got a couple torn up race cars there. Those guys are going to be coming down pit lane undoubtedly to get some service done on that machine, on those machines. So our standings right now, Todd Robillard is in P1, Colin Matiak now P2. Sean Jacobs has that car up to the 3rd position. Preston Hassel is 4th. Lucas Sinfer shown in the 5th position. Reese Canaday is 6th. Lawrence Stopworth shown in 7th. Dan Chu is 8th. Jose Carvalho 9th. Rogerio Santos shown in the 10th position. John Stanley 11th. Artur Vieira shown in 12th. And Jair Oliveira is 13th. Now JJ's still on pit lane here, so we're not sure what's going on with JJ. He may have gone for a bathroom break or something. Sometimes they do that, man. On those, I would do it on a longer track. I'm not sure I would brave it on a shorter track like this, and unless I really, really, really was an emergency. So got to be wondering here about Artavieta. How much damage does he have? And we're seeing these guys coming down pit lane here, and I suspected this. As hard as this track is on tires, I suspected these guys would be coming down pit lane, so it looks like the 90 going to lead this charge down pit lane. Lucas Sinfer in the 21 car going to get his lap led. Looks like he's staying out, giving up a little track position in the end, I would imagine, and going to stay out here to get that lap led. It looks like Todd Robillard in his pit stall. Not a good position to put the camera there. Can't get any action off pit lane. Missed some good racing off pit lane here. Kind of a poor camera placement on this track. So the 21 of Lucas Sinfer is shown as the race leader here, and I would suggest to you he's going to come down pit lane. It does look like Jair Oliveira has retired his machine. That's too bad, really. So under our first caution flag here, as Lucas Sinfer staying out to lead some laps there. It looks like John Stanley going to come down pit lane with him. Pit road speed, I believe, is 50 miles an hour. Seems like you're going at a snail's pace here, as even under caution. So Colin Maniac, after pit stops here, back to the race lead in the 13 car. So good pit stop for him. Gaining that position back on pit lane. So that crew gets him out of his pit box ahead of the 90 car. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 134 laps from Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. In the IndyCar Series, the High Octane Racing League style. Race number 6 headed your way tomorrow at 4 p.m. live right here on TurnLeftTV. Excited about that one, man. Been a good series so far. Once these guys really start working their way, or getting used to those cars, the racing has gotten better. Last week we were at Gateway Raceway, an Apollo Chachalowski converted track located in Madison, Illinois. The racing was awesome there. Ricardo Almeida got a big win. In 5 races, he's had 4 wins. And we're starting to get bigger and bigger fields. I think we had 15 drivers last week, and I would suggest you were going to have even more at Texas. I bet we're going to get the 1 to go this time by, and it looks like the 13 has chosen that bottom line there. That gives a top line to the 90 car. 24, Sean Jacobs will tuck in the 3rd position. 27, Preston Hassel is 4th. Rogerio Santos has that car up to the 5th position. Reese Canaday is 6th. Lawrence Stopworth will start in the 7th position. Jose Carvalho will start in 8th. Arta Vieira is 9th. John Stanley will start in the 10th position. So this is the time where I start to worry a little bit about repeat cautions or cautions breeding cautions. That's what we say in stock cars. Probably say that in Indy cars too, but nonetheless, it is true, man. You got to start bunching guys up, and you get a little bit of rubber built on the track here, build up on the track, and makes a little slick conditions here. So hopefully these guys will sort of be a little patient here on the restart. Is that Ricardo Almeida is in the chat here, Almeida is in the chat here saying that was a nice spotter's guide. So, yeah, man, when you finally get the car sets done, that's what it looks like. Takes a lot of time to put those together, but thank you for the compliments. Here we go, pace cars in. 13 on the inside line will lead the field to take the green flag. 90 up on the outside line here, giving him a little battle. Take a look at Sean Jacobs here in that 24 car. Running in the third position, Preston Hassel just behind him. So 1, 2, 3, 13, 90, and 24. The 90 right away heads up to the high side. He likes this track. So watch that number 90 in the second position. Looking pretty strong here, especially later in the run. Lawrence Stopworth having a battle with Rogerio Santos. So the 41 trying to move forward here. He dropped back there later in that run. They lost a couple positions, but now looking pretty strong here. Rogerio Santos in the wall. He's losing some positions. So that 7X machine looks like he had gotten into the wall and lost a ton of positions there. The 21 now getting by the 14, going to try to get by as well. He's going to have to tuck in. So the 7X and a 14, that's a tight battle right there. Tight battle, the 14 and the 7X. Drag race down the front stretch into turn 1. Dan Chu down on the bottom side here, going to try to get by that 7X machine, and he does. 7X of Rogerio Santos. Now letting that 12 car go by. So Rogerio, I think, got into the wall, and that held him up a little bit. Look at this battle here. Jose Carvalho gets by the 21. 21, Lucas Sinfer. Has Reese Kennedy to deal with as well. So we're looking out of the front of Lucas Sinfer's machine at the 99 of Jose Carvalho. Jose right now running in the 7th position. So a little bit of a gap there between he and our 6th place driver, Artur Vieira. In that 4 car, he is running in 6th. He's about 3 seconds behind the race leader. Battle for the race leaders. The 90 car down on the bottom side. Gonna make this pass on the 13. Oh, man, that got tight right there, that 13. Did not want to give up that position. So the 90 of Todd Robillard back to the front. 13, Colin Madiak in 2nd. Old gun versus young gun right there. Take a look at Reese Kennedy here in the 80 car, running in the 9th position. Oh man, it looks like Dan Chu might have gotten into the wall again. More contact for Dan Chu, it looked like, in that 14. He had a hard lick right there. Sliding across the track. Take a look here. This has already happened. So the 14, a little bit of trouble for him as John Stanley going to pick up that position. Dan Chu now back to the 11th spot as John Stanley moves up to 9th position. Take a look at John Stanley here as he's starting to put some, that's Reese Kennedy in the 9th position. John Stanley in 10th as Reese Kennedy starting to put some pressure there on Lucas Sinfer. We'll take a look at John Stanley running in the 10th position in that 12 car. We're up here looking at Reese Kennedy, and this is about ready to get busy here. Luca and Jose battling for position. Jose Carvalho in 7th, and Lucas Sinfer is all over the back of him right now. See Luca there backing up that turn and getting a run off the turn. Not quite working out for him on that one. Take a look at Jose Carvalho on board here with him in that 99 car as Luca Sinfer putting some pressure on him. And out of the back of his machine at Luca Sinfer, dicing around, trying to find a way to get through. He's down to the bottom side here, but not going to get through that time by. Jose up there in the wall, though. He's going to give him a lot of room, so Jose might have gotten into the wall, maybe got a little distracted by the camera moving inside the car. He's going to give up that spot as a 21. Luca Sinfer gets by. 99, Jose Carvalho has a handful right now. We'll take a look here as the 21 getting by that 99 car. So Luca Sinfer back up to the 7th position. 99 of Jose Carvalho back to 8th. While we were watching this, look at this, man. The young gun here giving it another shot down on the bottom side here. Side-by-side racing between the 13 and the 90. Colin Matiak in that 13 car. One of our Ohio drivers. We got a yellow flag here. Yellow flag as the 99. We got a mess up here. It looks like the 13's come around. Oh! And he gets, because it pulls out there in front of the 99. These guys getting into one another. We'll see what happened here. As Colin Matiak had spun that machine. So we'll take a look here. He got around and then just got up into the wall and spins that car right across the front of the 90. And then he is backing back out into the track. And the 27 making contact. That 27. That 27 here bouncing around down the track. Sean Jacobs here making it through. Preston Hassel here. We'll see what happened to him. He's trying to just get through this. And he is going to make hard contact with the 13. And then down the track is the 27 there on his lid. And he finally ends up on his wheels. But, man, that was a heck of a wreck right there. So it looked like Colin had really shoved that car down on the inside. And the car just started drifting up on him. And he gets into this outside wall here, and then he's trying to hang on to this thing, and the thing just comes back across the track here, and then hard contact for the 27, the 41 in that as well. My heavens, man, that 41 made some hard contact as well. Lawrence Stopworth here trying to get through, and you see that wreck there in front of him, and so the 90 of Todd Roblard, the race leader, 24, Sean Jacobs. What a tough break there, man. That was a hard lick for all involved. Sean Jacobs shown in the 2nd position. Lawrence Stopworth 3rd. Now, Lawrence Stopworth made some pretty hard contact. Maybe that was John Stanley there. I think it was Lauren, though. Lawrence Stopworth making some hard contact with that 13 car. 4 of Arte Vieira up to the 4th position. How about that? Lucas Sinfer in 5th. And these guys coming down pit lane. Lawrence Stopworth going to stay out and get that lap led. Get some points for leading a lap as we got a full pit lane. Take a look at that side-by-side view as looks like I think we're following that 24 car there on pit lane. Watching him, I believe. Actually, it looks like we are following Lucas Sinfer, I believe. Coming off pit lane. Good battle there off pit lane between the 24 and the 90. Watch this, man. That 90 car shoots out there, but the 24 has a good pit stop and beats him to the line and takes that position. So good battle there between the 24 and the 90 on pit lane. So that crew, 24 crew, on fire right now. 41 and the 12 both coming down pit lane this time by. Looks like 41's got that lap led and some bonus points there. Valuable bonus points in this stage of the game here with just 2 races to go, including tonight. Second caution flag. And that was a big one. That was a big one. Well, Sean Jacobs will be the race leader in the 24 car. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday Night Thunder at Brookdale. 120 laps, race number 9, the 2020 fall season. I'm going to get in the driver's seat and float around this track. These guys are racing tonight, so should be a lot of fun here in the Cup 2018 mod. It's race number 9, just 2 races to go, and this could be a big one as well here at Brookdale. 120 laps tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll take a look at the season standings coming into tonight. So we see that tight battle there between Lucas Sinfer and Colin Matiak. Just 7 points separating the two of those drivers. Arta Vieira, who's running in the 4th position right now, he's 3rd in points coming into tonight. Sean Jacobs, our race leader, is 4th in points. See Paul Brown in 5th, Lawrence Stopworth 6th, Preston Hassel in the 7th position, Jeff Sickles 8th, Jose Carvalho 9th, and Ed Palumbo is 10th. So those are the top 10 in points coming into tonight's race. I would suggest to you that we are probably going to get the one to go this time by. Does look like that's the case. 24 is elected to go down to that bottom side here, so watch that 90 car on this restart. I have a feeling he's going to be pushing to go to the front here early. 24, Sean Jacobs in the Western Auto Camaro, the race leader. Lucas Sinfer quietly has that car up to the 3rd position. Arta Vieira 4th. Remember, Arta Vieira started dead last. 7X, Rogerio Santos in the 5th position. Reese Kennedy in the 80 starts on the outside line, 3rd row in 6th. Coming down the backstretch here. '27 Preston Hassel 7th. 99 Jose Carvalho starting in the 8th position. Dan Chu is 9th. John Stanley will start in P10. All right, lights are out on the pace car. He's going to be peeling off the track this time by. Here we go. We're getting ready to go back green. Start lap 35.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Sean Jacobs on the inside line as Todd Robillard working that outside into turn 1. Good drag race between the two of those guys. And the 90 racing him hard. Sean Jacobs, I had a feeling he was going to have his hands full there with the 90 being so strong on the outside. And the 90 gets into the wall there. 90 gets into the wall as Artevieta gets by. The 90 comes across the track and gets into Luca Sinfer, I believe. Luca now coming in. It looks like he has spun in turn 1, but I don't know if a yellow come out. Luca Sinfer getting that car straightened up, but no yellow flag. Now we've got a yellow flag. So I saw that working right there. Oh, and what I say, cautions breed cautions. Well, I was right this time, By. We'll take a look here at, see the 90 gets up in the wall and he comes back across the track, and Lucas Sinfer has nowhere to go right here. Contact. It looked like he might have had that save, but then he comes around. So Luca comes around and spins that car, straightens that back up, but it does bring out the caution flag. A 90 getting back out on track. Take a look here. This is on board here with Artevieta as the 90 gets into the wall and then comes across the track right there. Man, I tell you what, Artevieta barely missed that. Take a look at Reese Canada's view of this. Reese Canada barely gets by. You see Luca there coming back in and smacking that wall. So our 13 gets up in the Colin Maddock there might have been involved in a secondary incident. Take a look at Colin Maddock here. This is a secondary incident. He's just trying to miss that in 27, coming back up on track, and then he comes up the track and gets into the 99 and kind of squeezes him in the wall. So secondary incident, those guys just trying to avoid the mess. We'll take a look at that one more time from Colin Maddock's view. And he's just trying to miss it. You see everything sort of tightening up right there. Everybody gets on the brakes, and he has nowhere to go, and he gets up into the 99 car right there. Those guys trying to keep that thing up against the wall to let those guys go by, but also get off the wall too. So keep it up on the high line, I should say. So a little caution flag here. That 90 car getting into the wall there, having a little trouble coming back down off the wall, and taking the 21 car down to the inside, down to the apron there. Yeah, Luca really just had nowhere to go here as he runs into the back of the 90 and then trying to hold on to that thing, and it gets into the wall. And he does a good job of quickly spinning this car around, but the caution flag comes out. Wow, man, I'm going to take a little drink of coffee here, man. This is a little crazy. Zora Child, this is a chat that he put up a little while ago. Oof. And oof is right. I think we could just keep that one up. You could type it in again if you want. But hey, thanks for coming in. A little coffee coming your way. I know you may be thinking, hey man, it's too late for caffeine. I don't know. Is it ever really too late for caffeine? Really? I mean, when you want to stay up, is it really ever too late for that? These guys are on pit lane. And again, thanks for coming in. And we've had a little bit of an eventful few laps here with a couple cautions. Looks like Jose Carvalho has retired his machine. That's a tough break there for him. So he's in the garage. There's too much damage for Jose Carvalho. This is a tough track, man. You know, and Jose was really having a pretty good night there. It was just, you know, nothing that he really did wrong. He just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. It was pretty much it as Colin was trying to save that car and got up the track. as he's trying to avoid all those guys slowing up. He got up the track, and the 99 was there, and that's just one of those things that happens. It's just racing. Definitely a secondary incident, that's for sure. The 24 car, Sean Jacobs. I got to wonder, man, is he going to be coming down pit lane? I would imagine some of these guys are going to take pit stops here. The 24 got some decisions to make. 12, John Stanley coming down. 13 coming down pit lane. Those guys making a last-minute dash down pit lane. Art Vieta has that car up to the second position. How about that, man? Started in the last position and started in 13th tonight, and now up to P2. Preston Hassel having a good night here, shown in the third position. So that 27 car, Preston Hassel, having a pretty tight, pretty solid night here. And I just think, you know, with Preston, he's sort of new getting back into racing and you know, also making that transition from, you know, way back in the day and racing NASCAR, racing 2003 and kind of being out of it for a while, and then making that leap to rFactor 2 and, you know, a lot different ecosystem. But he's shown a lot of, you know, right off the bat, very competitive. And I think it's just a matter of time here before the 27 car is going to be in victory lane. I really do. So he's so dedicated and coming out to doing a lot of practicing, helping with setup development, helping with doing some of the drivers' meetings and adminning some of the races that we have going on here too. So, I mean, you talk about you're not dipping your toe back in the water. I mean, you're jumping back in full bore here, and that's exactly what the 27 has done here. Preston is wearing a lot of hats here at High Octane Racing League. Reese Candidate coming down pit lane here in the 80 car. Just behind him is the 90 at Todd Robillard. So these guys coming down pit lane to take some service with the 1 to go. .90 there topping off with fuel, coming back out on track. Excuse me, the 80 car, the 90 there following him out. So there's 70 laps to go. A little bit of a challenge, but we'll get this thing worked out. And I think Arthur Vieta has now joined us in the chat. So tough break there for Jose, good buddy of mine. Bo noche, Jose, and definitely we'll see you next time. Always look forward to you coming out and racing with us. And thank you so much, Jose, for the posts on Facebook, the happy birthday post too. Thank you, my friend. All right, getting ready to go back green. 24 has elected to go down to the bottom side here. The pace car is in. Arthur Vieta, a very fast car up on the outside line. We'll see how this goes. Side by side into turn 1 here.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Back to green. Preston Hassel in this mix too. He's running in the third position. Don't forget about 41, Lawrence Stopover. He is itching for a win. 24. Oh, Preston Hassel there down on the inside trying to hold on to that thing, and he keeps it on the track, but man, he was sideways. Preston Hassel had that car sideways. My heavens, man. We'll take a look at this restart. See, we might jump it up here a little bit. Preston Hassel on this restart. We'll take a look at him, and on board here with Preston Hassel. We'll take a look at this restart as these guys get on. Preston Hassel had a pretty good restart. He spun his tires there just a little bit. I think the car got a little squirrely right there, right off the bat. And on board or following Preston Hassel here in the 27. And that car gets sideways right there. That thing was flat out wrecked. Everybody sort of checking up and behaving. The 7X does a good job checking up. 13 checks up as well. So Preston Hassel does a good job of hanging on to that thing. My heavens. 24, Sean Jacobs continuing to lead. Arthur Vieta shown in P2. Todd Robillard here trying to bounce back, getting by the 7X of Rogerio Santos, giving him a lot of room. As the 90 picks up the 8th position, Rogerio back to the 9th spot. Colin Matiak here looking to get around Preston Hassel. Preston Hassel in the 27 car up the track there just a little bit, giving that 13 a lot of room. So Colin Matiak here moving back into the top 5. Reese Canaday here getting by John Stanley. John Stanley got up in the wall. Now Reese Canaday looking to get by. John Stanley holding on to that thing, but man, he got up on the wall there a little bit. My cameraman just fell off the stand, I think. Take a look here at John Stanley. Watch this, man. He is up in the wall as the 80 gets by. 90 got by, the 80 got by. Man, that was a little bit of a ride there that 12 car was on. Todd Robillard continuing to move forward here as he's looking on the low side of the 21. And Todd Robillard looking to move forward now in 7th. Remember, he led a few laps here early on and got into the wall, took some damage, and now trying to play catch up. Now in P7, Lucas Sinfer back to P8. '24, Sean Jacobs leading the field. Tell you what, man, the 80 of Reese Canaday here looking on the low side of Rogerio Santos. Now moving up to the 9th position, Reese Canaday in the 80. About 5 seconds off the race lead. How about this? The 13 trying to move back up here. Getting by the 14 car. Dan Chu up the track there, giving the 13 a lot of room. At 41 car, Lawrence Stopworth has got some company. That 13 wanting by. And looks like the 13 is going to get by Lauren Stopworth on board here with him, looking at that 13 car. So Lauren Stopworth tucks in back to 4th now as the 13, Colin Matiak, moves back into the 3rd position. John Stanley in the 12 car here looking on the low side of the 7X. So John Stanley, remember, he got into the wall there a little bit ago, lost some positions, but now trying to take a spot back, and he gets it. So Rogerio back to the 11th position as John Stanley moves back into 10th. Good side-by-side racing here as the 14 and the 41 racing each other. There's a palindrome. Somebody said something to me about that, you know. I think it was Sean Jacobs. He said something to me. Every time I see those numbers like that, 1441, that's a palindrome, right? Oh, the 14 getting into the wall. Now looking out of the back of, or looking out of the front of Lauren Stopworth's car, man, he's up in the wall there as the 90 gets by. He is having a tough time right now. Lauren Stopworth working that wheel as the 90 car gets by. Dan Chu had gotten by. See Lauren Stopworth up there in the wall. Dan Chu had gotten by Lawrence Stopworth. We'll see Lawrence tuck in, but he's going to have a little bit more trouble here with the wall, I believe. Getting into this next turn is Todd Robillard going to get by. Looking out of the back of Dan Chu's machine. Dan Chu getting into the wall as well. These guys flirting around with that wall a little bit. Now we'll take a look a little bit later in this sequence as the 90 working on this 14 car. Remember that 14 made a little contact with the wall a few laps ago, and the 90 gets by. I'll tell you what, man, it does not look like Todd Robillard has a little bit of a layoff there for several weeks, dealing with some family issues and so forth, and just personal life, getting some things taken care of. And we want to certainly send our well wishes out to Todd and his family right now. But he comes back in, getting right back in it, and really has not lost a step. Has not lost a step. Just speaks to the strength of the driver behind that wheel of the 90 car. 24, Sean Jacobs, our race leader. And man, I'll tell you what, he's having a pretty good night here. Artivieta there right on his tail, though. Take a look at Artivieta here in the 4 car, running in the 2nd position. Remember, he started in dead last here tonight, 13th position, and he has worked his way all the way up to 2nd. And this guy here trying to vie for a championship. He's got a couple wins here this season, including last race. And he is looking to maybe pick up some more victories here before the season's out. Lucas Sinfer here in the 21 car, looking on the low side of the 41. So the 21 getting by that 41, sliding back up the track there and making more contact with the wall. Man, he has got a handful right now. 41, Lawrence Stopworth has a handful. This guy just loves to race, man. I mean, he eats, sleeps, and drinks racing. Just loves it. I mean, you can put him in any car and he's going to flat out be competitive. So I remember the first time I met him, we were doing some GT3 practicing. Those guys were kind of helping me out with, I think, Paul Brown and Lauren came in. First time I met him, those guys jumped in GT3 cars and right off the bat were smoking me. So they were helping me with the setup. And like I said, it was very impressive the first time I met Lauren, and jumping in a very challenging car at a very challenging track in those GT3 cars. Reese Canaday here having a battle with the 27 of Preston Hassel. Reese Canaday in the 80 car, getting around that 27. Now moving up to the 8th position. Preston Hassel back to 9th. Lucas Sinfer here trying to make some moves and climb back up the grid. Getting by the 14, so Luke in the 21 car moving forward. He's closing in on that 90 car. On board here with the 21. Lucas Sinfer running in the 5th position. 59 laps in. Luca here looking on the bottom side of that 90. 14, Dan Chu in this mix too. Oh, Todd Robillard drifts up the track there and gets into the... Dan Chu is sideways. Dan Chu was flat out wrecked. 90 of Todd Robillard having some trouble hanging on to that machine and losing a couple positions. Oh my heavens. Look at that sideways, man. He is flat out wrecked as Dan Chu gets by. Dan Chu was wrecking that car as well. Holy smokes. Look at this a little bit earlier here as you see the 90 drifts up the track. Luca's going to get by. You see the 14 sideways. The 90's going to get sideways right there. How in the world did he keep from wrecking that car? How in the world did he keep from wrecking that car? I have no idea. Look at that, man. He was sideways right there. See if we can't go back here and get another gander at this. We're going to go on board here with the 90 as he gets up into the wall here, trying to get this thing off the wall. Watch this. He's going to get down here and touch the apron, and this thing is just flat out wrecked right there. Working that wheel, hanging onto that car, makes a little contact, but keeps it pointed in the right direction. That's some driving right there. Was he snowmobiling? Now, Lucas Sinfer, somebody's flipped a switch for him. As I heard Todd Robillard saying something about flipping a switch, probably in the wrong direction for him, but Lucas Sinfer flipping the switch in the right direction, and he gets by the 13 car, now takes over the 3rd position. Those two guys right there, 1-2 in the points. Couple young guns there. 21 and the 13. So 21, Lucas Sinfer, looking to make some noise here tonight. The 12, John Stanley here, getting by Todd Robillard. So Todd Robillard's got a handful right now. Starting to get some guys indicating they're going to be coming down pit lane. Go back up here and look at our race leader. So both the 27 and the 90 indicating they're coming down pit lane. So you see Preston Hassel, the 27 car, peeling off the track to come down pit lane. Oh, he almost misses the pit wall, or the pit line, and almost got into those barrels there at the entrance of pit lane. So the 27 and the 90 both making pit stops, and I would suggest you they're probably going to have some damage repaired on those machines because both those guys have been into the wall. 24, Sean Jacobs, giving up the race lead to come down pit lane. That's going to give the race lead to Arthur Vieta in the 4 car. So he's going to get some bonus points here for leading some laps. So 24, Sean Jacobs, he has a fast car tonight, and he is on pit lane. So green flag pit stops underway. The 4 of Arthur Vieta here coming down pit lane. That's going to give the race lead to Luca Sinfer in the 21 car. So the race leaders on pit lane. Arthur Vieta in the 4 car on pit lane, and we know Luca has an uncanny ability to be able to stretch that fuel mileage. So the 21, he won a couple races here earlier this season doing just that, sort of giving up track position early on, getting his foot out of the throttle and saving fuel. Arthur Vieta here finishing up his pit stop in that that 4 car. Coming back out on track. Remember, he was the race leader. There goes Sean Jacobs going by. So prior to pit stops, Sean Jacobs was the race leader. So we've got a couple drivers here that have stayed out. Lucas Sinfer stretching that mileage out. Reese Canaday running in the 2nd position. Dan Chu running in 3rd. Actually, Dan Chu giving up 3rd position to come down pit lane in the 14 car. Race leader, 21, Lucas Sinfer. 68 laps in. He's indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane. He's got an 8-second lead over Reese Canaday running in the 2nd position, but the 21 indicating he's going to be pitting this time by. So Lucas Sinfer there. Oh, man, he's got a head of steam there coming around. They got a pit coming into turn 3, and Luca has a head of steam, and he has done a great job getting that car slowed down. Hopefully he does not get a speeding penalty. That thing was looking like he was pretty fast actually entering pit lane. We'll see when he comes back out on track if he's got a speeding penalty. Reese Canaday is our new race leader. Reese Canaday indicating he's coming down pit lane. Again, look at our side-by-side view here at Lucas Sinfer on pit lane. Reese Canaday peeling off the track to come down pit lane. Lucas Sinfer coming back out on track, not getting any word that he was speeding, so he must have got that car down to pit road speed. Colin Matiak coming around here now. Going to get around the 21 car. So once things cycle back around, I believe the 13 will be the race leader. 24 also gets by the the 21 car. Looking out of the front of Lucas Sinfer's machine, he's running in the 4th position as Reese Kennedy on pit lane is our race leader, so that's going to change here in a hurry. So Colin Matiak now back to the race lead. Sean Jacobs second. Lucas Sinfer running in the 3rd position. Arthur Vieta, after cycling around here for pit stops, now shown in 4th. We'll take a look at Arthur Vieta here back in the 4th position. Remember, he had worked his way up to the front. Ran P2. The 24 came down pit lane. He led a few laps, then followed him back down pit lane a few laps later. So now running in the 4th position. Todd Robillard here running in 5th in that 90 car. That Coletta's Napa-sponsored Camaro. Right now shown about 10 seconds down in the 5th position. Preston Hassel in the 27 running in the 6th position. Lauren Stopworth just behind him in 7th. Preston Hassel here dealing with that 41. Lauren Stopworth in that Mack Tools Camaro here closing in on the backstretch into turn 3 on the 27 car. So good battle there between the 41 and the 27. Take a look at Dan Chu here as Reese Kennedy has finished up his pit stop here. You'll see Reese Kennedy down on that bottom side here. He's going to have to enter the track coming off turn 2. Dan Chu now running in the 8th position. This battle right here is tightening up. Lauren Stopworth in the 41 here working on the back of that 27 car. You see those different lines as that 27 a little bit higher off the turn than the 41. The 41 there, a little high entry into this turn. He's using that strength of that outside line here to give himself a run off the turn. So you see he has a run there on the 27. There's a 27 using that bottom line, and the 41 now on the bottom side here. Going to put this 27 car back to 7th as Lauren Stopworth moves up to the 6th position. So good battling right there. How about this, a 12. John Stanley in the 7X of Rogerio Santos. Rogerio gets into the wall, and the race leaders are on the way here. Those guys on the tail end of the lead lap, and you see Lucas Sinfer, the race leader, just behind. As Rogerio Santos giving those guys a lot of room. And those guys getting by, so the 24 to 13 all getting by at Rogerio as he's letting those leaders go by. See the 4, Arthur Vieta here, that last car on the lead lap there, or excuse that front 4 getting by Rogerio Santos, and that's just good racing etiquette right there by Rogerio. You can tell that guy's raced a lot of laps with that kind of etiquette, you know, just realizing those guys are the race leaders. I'm going to get over here to the outside and let them go, and really did not affect, you know, no changing positions. Nobody had any more trouble necessarily getting around the 7X machine. .24 here working on the 24 getting into the back of the 13, and the 13 comes across the track and smacks that 21 car. No caution flag, but the 24 looked like he might have gotten into the back of the 13 car. Oh my heavens, the 13 did a great job of hanging on to that thing. Oh my gosh. We'll see what happened here as the 24, Sean Jacobs, has a heck of a run, and he gets into the back of that 13 car. And then, the 13 comes across the track and clips that 21. Oh my heavens, man. See this coming off the turn right here as a 13 might have been a little bit sideways right there, and the 24 has a run and gets into the back of the 13. And then smacking a wall and coming back across the track. Take a look at this. We'll look at Lucas Sinfer's view, and he's going to get caught up in this. You see that contact right there, and then he gets caught up, and he's hanging on. Does a great job of keeping the thing straight, but nonetheless, some contact. Arthur Vieta here, he's looking at that. He's like, oh my gosh, man, let me just get through this. He kind of gets out of the gas there. So just some contact right there as the 13 and the 24 got together. See if I can't get into the try to get into the 13 car. See, he's coming across the track there. Hard for me to time that. Go on board here. This is Colin Madiak here as he's heading into turn 1. Sean Jacobs with a ton of speed there. I think getting into turn 3 is where you're going to see this start to unfold. You might be just about a lap or so ahead of this. So the 13, Colin Madiak here, a little bit of trouble there, I think, starting to get this thing to transition through the turn. He's down in about that middle line and now headed into turn 1, and there's going to be a little contact here. Well, maybe not that time. Might be just a little bit. I know we're a little bit ahead of this, so 13. I was kind of want to watch him work this wheel as there's going to be that contact between. So he's riffing way up the track right there, and he kind of sliding. Almost gets it back into that loose. Oh, right there. There's just contact, and man, working that wheel. What a good job of keeping that thing pointed in the right direction. Reese Kennedy and Todd Robillard here battling for position. This is for the 5th spot as Reese Kennedy getting by that 90. Todd Robillard running in the 6th position now as Reese Kennedy has moved up to 5th. Sean Jacobs in the 24 might have a little bit of damage on that machine, and I'm surprised, man, with all of that hard contact that the 21 car had with the wall, that he is actually that competitive. But maybe Sean Jacobs has a little bit of damage on the front end of that car. The 24 and the 21 having a battle here, P1, P2. Art Vieira now in 3rd. See the 7X of Rogerio Santos. I'm going to call him Big R. Big R there gets by. Rogerio gets by the 7X machine. He's after making pit stops. So Art Vieira here running in the 3rd position. Lauren Stopworth in that 41 running in 4th. You're 85 laps in. We're definitely starting to get into the serious time of the race. 1, 2, 24, Sean Jacobs. 21, Lucas Sinfer. Those guys got about a 6-second lead, a little over a 6-second lead over our 3rd place car, Artur Vieira. Lauren Stopworth in 4th. Reese Kennedy shown in the 5th position. 21 is starting to put some pressure here on this 24 car. I think he has that turn figured out as Luca now down to the inside line here on the 24. So the 21 getting by that 24 car. Now Luca back to the front, and he must have a little less damage, I think, than Sean Jacobs. Sean Jacobs might have some front end damage that he's dealing with. This maybe boogering that the arrow up on that car. So the 24 now back to P2. Reese Kennedy here in the 80 car. Down on the bottom side of that 41. That 41 making contact with the wall. My heavens, man. He made a little contact there, but keeps it pointed in the right direction. But nonetheless, some hard contact with the outside wall. Reese Kennedy picks up that spot. Reese having a good night here in the 80 car at Hooters sponsored machine. Take a look at that machine there. Take a look at that paint scheme. Preston Hassel here running in 7th. Just behind him is John Stanley running in the 8th position. Having a pretty good night here. Looking to, maybe crack the top 5 here in this 12 car. Been camping all summer. Just glad we got him out here tonight. Artur Vieira here on pit lane in the 4 car. You gotta wonder, man, is it going to be that last pit stop there for the 4 car? Is he trying to work that calculator? Lucas sent for the race leader, gets by the 12 and now puts him a lap down. So John Stanley in 6th. The first car 1 lap down, 20 laps to go. Reese Canada here moving up to P2 is Sean Jacobs making a pit stop. Definitely getting some guys coming down pit lane here as the 21 of Lucas Sinfer, the race leader. You see those guys finishing up their pit stop here. 24, Sean Jacobs has finished up his pit stop, coming back out on track here on lap 92. Just have to think that Luca is definitely going to have to make a pit stop this time. He's not going to be able to make it to the all the way. So my question is, do the guys who've just made pit stops, do they have enough fuel to be able to make it to the end? 21 of Lucas Sinfer up that track and scrubbing off some speed. He's going to be giving up some time here out on the older tires as these guys have come back out off pit lane on fresher stuff. You see Reese Canada running in the 2nd position. Preston Hassel in this mix. Now Preston's shown in 10th on fresher tires going by the 80 car. 12, John Stanley has come off pit lane and he is on fresher tires and it looks like he's going to get by as well. He's actually shown in the 11th position and he's going to try to catch up to that 27, get around him. Colin Maniac here coming down pit lane on lap 95. So he's making a pit stop. Todd Robillard is on pit lane. Lucas Sinfer, the 21, the race leader, and still has not made a pit stop. Reese Canada in 2nd. Rogerio Santos running in the 3rd position, and I have to think the 7X is going to have to make a pit stop here before it's over with. 21, Lucas Sinfer indicating he's going to come down pit lane, and that car was sideways right there. So he is eating up those tires, and he's going to have to come down pit lane. So Lucas Sinfer on these older tires coming around this flat part of the track, starting in turn 3 to come around 3 and 4, and that car is sideways right there as he rounds the turn. And does he get that car slowed down? That's the question every time he comes down pit lane. I got to wonder to myself, did he get the car slowed up? We'll take a look at Preston Hassel here gaining a position as Todd Robillard comes back out on track. So Lucas Sinfer on pit lane as Reese Canada will assume the race lead, I believe. So we'll take a look at Luca on pit lane as Reese Canada now assumes that race lead, getting some bonus points in the 80 car. Luca finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Reese Canada P1, Luca Sinfer shown in P2. John Jacobs in 3rd. Sean Jacobs here running in the 3rd position, just behind the 27, Preston Hassel on track, who's in the 8th spot. Luca comes out in P1. He's got a 3-second lead, about a 2.5-second lead now over Sean Jacobs. So the question is, can Sean Jacobs run down this 21 car as Reese Kennedy has come down pit lane here on lap 98? That will give the race lead back to the 21, Luca Sinfer. Kind of get an idea where he's at. He's here, there he goes by, and then Sean Jacobs right there. Look at that battle there. Looks like Rogerio Santos has a penalty, and he's going to have to come back down pit lane. So look at that battle there. 3.1 seconds separate P1, P2. Here with about 10 laps to go. Rogerio Santos. Now it indicated he had a penalty, so I don't know whether he's actually served that penalty or what the scoop is. He might have a few laps here before he has to serve that penalty, but it did say he got a penalty, so now down to 2.9 seconds is the 21 car. Trying to hold on here. Did he take 2 tires? That's the question. Did he just do a 2-tire stop here with 10 laps to go? Sean Jacobs trying to close in and make a race of it now, down to 2.6 seconds. Take a look at Sean Jacobs here, and he's got a little bit of the 90 car in his mirror. Now the 90 of Todd Robillard in 6th, the first car 1 lap down. So he has a little bit of incentive maybe to get a little racy, get around Sean, and then maybe set his sights on the 21 car and try to get that lap back here in the waning laps of this race. Right now 2.6 seconds, so it's kind of stabilized right there for the time being. This would certainly be a huge, huge victory for the 21 car. Got into the wall there earlier on. He's actually had a couple bouts with some trouble here tonight. He's been able to bounce back, but this would be a huge victory in his chase for a championship. And he's starting to open up a little bit more lead here. So looking pretty solid here is this 21 car. Lucas Sinfer, and I tell you what, man, he has got those pit stops down. Really does. I mean, he's so fast getting on pit lane, off the track onto pit lane. That transition area there, he's so fast each and every track, and it's so fast that I think that he's speeding. I'm for sure that he's going to get caught for speeding, but he never does. So he has got that worked out. And like I said to some of these guys last week when we were doing some practice session, and as I said, there's really an art to getting off the track onto pit lane. That little segment there, wherever, in this case it happens to be entering turn 3 through turn 4, there is an art to that. You can gain so much time by practicing that. And Lucas Sinfer now opening up even a larger lead on Sean Jacobs. Arte Vieira here running in the 3rd position, maybe trying to close in on Sean Jacobs. There's a little bit of gap there, so Sean pretty solid in P2. Lawrence Stopworth shown in the 4th position, and at 23 seconds back in the 41 car. 5 laps to go. Reese Kennedy in the 80, shown in 5th. The 21 of Lucas Sinfer here trying to put him a lap down. Luca getting by Reese Kennedy. Now Reese Kennedy, the first car, 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. Four laps to go as Luca Sinfer opening up that gap on Sean Jacobs. It looked like maybe it took him a little while there to sort of get things going after pit stops, but now has stepped on the gas and is walking away here from Sean Jacobs. Art Vieira shown in third. Lauren Stopworth shown in the fourth position. We're 108 laps in, and Lucas Sinfer, after bouncing back from trouble twice in this race, solid pit stops, patience, and he's gotten that car back to the front when he needs it. Sean Jacobs shown in second. 2 laps to go. Todd Robillard here in the 90 car looking to move forward as Reese Canaday up on the outside wall as the 90 goes by. 14 going by. Now the 14 shown in the 10th position. Crossing the start-finish line. This time, 1 lap to go for Lucas Sinfer. As Lucas Sinfer here down the backstretch, continuing to stretch out that lead, has been the class of the field here, bouncing back from trouble. 2 turns to go, coming off turn 4 now, down the front stretch, and the 21 car of Lucas Sinfer is going to get a big race win here at Brookdale. Sean Jacobs comes around turn 4 down the front stretch and finishes in P2. Artur Vieira coming off turn 4. He will finish in third. Lauren Stopworth finishes in the 4th position. Todd Robillard is 5th. So Lucas Sinfer gets a big race win here at Brookdale. How about that, huh? So the 21 of Lucas Sinfer gets a big race win here at Brookdale, and really that may end up sealing the deal, barring any problems that may occur next week. But solid for the 21 car. So the 21, Lucas Sinfer, another race win for him. There we go, a little bit better look there. So congratulations to Lucas Sinfer on a great race win, and another one for him. This is a very challenging track here tonight, and those guys did a good job here. Just a few cautions. I think we had 3 caution flags, and those guys sort of had it figured out at that point. But really was a good race there all in all. A lot of good strategy played out in that race. So if we see we can't get Luca up here in the booth with us in just a second. All right, Luca back into victory lane. All right, Luca back into victory lane here. What a great race for you. Probably wasn't looking so positive there early on. You looked like you had unfortunate circumstance of getting caught up in a couple incidents. Talk about what was going through your mind there after those two wrecks.
Well, I was thinking it wasn't going to be too good. I wasn't feeling any good. But I don't think the damage was too bad. And so I just let everybody do what they always do. And seems to be, they did it again.
Well, pit stop, and I'm telling you, you've got those pit stops worked out. It just seems like getting off the track and transitioning to the pit entry line, it just seems like there's nobody out there that's faster than you.
Oh, I must say, I don't think the pit entry on this track, I don't like it very much. But I will say, I think you can go really fast on the pit exit, though. I must say.
Well, coming in tonight, pretty tight battle between you and the 13. 13 had some bad luck here tonight, and things looking pretty solid for you getting into the last race of the season at Vegas. And I got to wonder, you know what, are you going to come in there and just look for a race win? Just look for a good finish here? What's the strategy coming into this last race, knowing that, you got a pretty solid lead?
I think it doesn't matter how big the lead is. Doesn't matter if it was 1 point, 10 points, 100 points, doesn't matter. I'll still go out and go as fast as I can.
And you seem to have that fuel mileage thing and that tire management thing worked out, staying out longer than the rest of these guys. What's the secret with that, or do you want to give that up?
I gotta say, at this track, it's not a secret. There's no secret here. There's no secret. You just gotta figure out how to go fast, and it seems to be, as the tires wear out, you gotta do more momentum type stuff. So you gotta go up to the high line, then you gotta go back down to the low line at the end of the corner, just so you can get enough speed.
Boy, it looked like a couple times there when those, when guys got wrecked in front of you and you got caught up there. You were just on a runaway train for a little while there until you got the control of that car.
I must say, at the second half of those stints, I was kind of amazed at how fast I could go. I did not think in any chance that I would go that fast compared to everybody else. I thought it was just insane.
Well, Brent Owen is in the chat session on the stream and said, hey, nice win, Luca. So he's coming out there and cheering on his favorite driver.
I say, it seems familiar, but I'm not sure why.
All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations to you, and good luck to you next race here at Vegas. And I'm not going to say congrats on the championship yet because anything can happen, but you've done a great job this season and always exciting to watch you race, too. So congratulations, Luca.
Thank you.
All right, that's Luca Sinfer in the 21 car joining us up here in Victory Lane again, this time from Brookdale. That's Darlington, and what a challenging track it is. I think this has been the most challenging track of all the tracks we've had on the circuit here. I mean, there's just, as he had mentioned, there's really no secret. There really isn't. It's just one of those things where you got to try to manage your tires and, go fast, but manage your tires, and he did a great job, too. You had a little bit of luck there working on his side, too, with some of these other guys having some bad luck tonight, but nonetheless, a good win for him. We'll take a look at the session results. I think we've got those, so if we can get those up. Maybe. It does look like they've taken the server down there, so Sean Jacobs, I think, finished in the second position. Artur Vieta third. Lawrence Stopworth finished in the fourth position. Todd Robillard finished in 5th. Reese Kennedy was in the 6th position. John Stanley finished 7th. So good run for John Stanley tonight. But congratulations to Luca Sinfer on his race win. Well, don't forget, coming up 4 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow, we'll be at Texas Motor Speedway for race number 6, 134 laps in the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. So this should be a great one. 134 laps at this track with the fields growing larger and larger each race. And this track is a lot of fun in IndyCars. So should be a great one. Race 6 of 10, and things heating up in that points battle. Well, not really. Ricardo Almeida has a pretty solid lead here, but I'll tell you, some guys are starting to close in on him a little bit and give him a little bit of a run. So excited to see how this is going to work out at Texas tomorrow in the IndyCars. It'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, I want to say thank you so much for joining us here on the YouTube channel. Say hello to Brent Owen here. He's joining us in the stream, and good to see him. Peace to Brent, and thank you, Brent, for all of your help. And you know how I pick your brain a lot of times here about how to get stuff done. And he's even I'm telling you, he did the shaders in these cars, and they look fantastic. He did a lot of work on this High Octane Racing League Xfinity Series skin pack. Just to make these cars pop. He also deleted some of the unnecessary cameras from the views so we could get more quickly to some of those camera angles that we really like to use. And I really can't say enough about the work that Brent Owen does there at Happy Hour Racing League. You definitely want to give those guys a look. They race on Monday nights, and they do a great job there. Just a good, friendly atmosphere at the Happy Hour Racing League. Again, thank you so much for coming in here to Turn Left TV. I always appreciate your patronage here, and want to say shout out to Ed Palumbo, and definitely my heart and thoughts and prayers are with you right now, my friend. And if you need anything, just give me a call, get a hold of me, send me a message, and I'll be sure to get in touch with you. But thank you guys for coming in tonight, and I know I speak for all the family here at High Octane Racing League as we send out our well wishes to Ed and his family here in this time. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight here on Turn Left TV. Thank you so much for coming in. Congratulations to Luca Sinfer on another big race win. We'll see you next time here on Turn Left TV. In the meantime, you know what I'm going to say? I'm out of here. Hey, did I mention it was my birthday? Yeah, it's my birthday tonight. Happy birthday to me. 40 again.